Welcome to Album of the Week, episode 41, July 2023. For those of you new to this channel, here at Screen Blast Repeat, we bring you all things extreme metal prog and dark alternative. You can read our daily reviews at www.screenblastrepeat.com. As a reminder, our definition of Album of the Week means our favourite record from a short list of 8. Today, we review the new album from Los Angeles prog death outfit, The Zenith Passage. Their new LP is called Date Elysium, and they released it via Metal Blade Records on the 21st of July, 2023. Justin McKinney started the Zenith Passage in 2012 and secured a deal with Unique Leader Records to release the band's 2016 debut, Solipsist. He then completed some recordings with The Faceless and did session work for Surreption. The band went into hibernation until 2021 when he overhauled the lineup to introduce Brandon Giffin and Derek Redquist into the fold. Some of you will know that the former just finished a tour filling in for Cynic on their North African trek with Atheist. The latter started as a vocalist for The Faceless in their early days, but never recorded an album with them. These changes caught the attention of Brian Slagle at Metal Blade Records and persuaded him that he might have another Rivers of Nihil on his hands. On the evidence of Date Elysium, he made the right decision. The Zenith Passage play death metal, but it's a progressive form of bludgeoning with technical foundations. Like French stalwarts Gorod, the Axemen in this band emphasize the intricacies of rhythm over expressive soloing, although there's plenty of that when a song calls for it. Opener, The Axiom of Error, might be just 2 minutes and 27 seconds in length, but it starts in the same high gear intensity as Decapitated before finding an archspire hook riddled with intelligible complexities. The onomatopoeia of guitar and voice will remind you of the latest Cattle Decapitation record. Palm-muted guitar stabs form spiky rhythms and leave gaps for the double kick drums to fill. There's no doubt that the person behind the kit will need a click track to perform this in a live setting. Astounding levels of musicianship are the norm in progressive metal, but the Zenith Passage are in a league of their own. Listen to the precise rhythmic velocity of algorithmic salvation as the guitar plectrums fret their strings like a master guild of watchmakers. Brandon Giffin's slap bass techniques underneath the main action operate in their own domain away from the chugging guitars. The colourful fusion solo could pass the audition to study under the tutelage of Steve Vai at the Berklee College of Music. Though this is an album for musicians to enjoy, it's not just an album for musicians. Lexi Contagion dispenses with the self-indulgent intro and aims right for the gut until breathing levels come down at the midway point. The Necrophagist cult of followers will find something to inspire them on Synaptic Deprivation. Fretless bass noodling and panic-inducing keyboard atmospherics prevent it from turning into one long piece of machine-standard syncopation. You don't notice the one-dimensional vocal growls when the music is as illustrative as this. Naturally, the Zenith Passage set their playing standards at levels of extreme difficulty. No sane guitarist would try to emulate the synth arpeggiator at the beginning of Deletion Cult. It explains why the dimensions of space are so expansive on this record. Each musician demands their own room to explore their instrument. Divinertia 1 mixes tech death, jazz fusion and prog metal with the same brush and offers moments of serenity when you least expect them. Its sequel, Divinertia 2, transitions into a slower tempo of open-string chug patterns like Cynic, if you ask Paul Masvidal to interpret the mid-career albums of Meshuggah. Derek Redquist's vocals are lively and abrasive in the mix despite the limitations of range. Like all progressive metal records, your mind wonders where the saturation point will be. The Zenith Passage call it just about right at 9 tracks spread over 45 minutes. Penultimate song, Automated Twilight, ought to be the one to test your stamina, but it second guesses you. Instead, the band presents a mystical landscape of clean guitars and cautious drum beats. Is it McKinney who opens his diaphragm to a surprise tenor voice on this track? The album notes make no mention of a guest vocalist. There are so many competing forces at play as well. Melodic keyboards, dissonant guitars, malevolent growls, operatic outcries. The closing title track continues the divine meditation with a rare chorus and a venture into more ethereal textures. It starts like a tech death album, but it finishes like a prog metal odyssey. Gate Elysium demands no patience to understand it, but it gives you the impetus to sit back and let it flow through your body like a boost of kilojoules. So, after multiple listens, we award this album an 8 out of 10. If you like this album, we recommend you check out the following records released this year: Cattle Decapitation's Terrasite, Gorod's The Orb, and Omnirod's The Immensal Rise. Thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Facebook, and more importantly, please visit our website at www.screenblastrepeat.com for the latest album and EP reviews from established, up-and-coming, and unsigned artists in the worlds of extreme metal, prog, and dark alternative.